Hello everyone, I'm the Saxy Gamer, and today we're here getting back into the Let's Play game. It's been a long time since I've done a Let's Play because I've been preoccupied with the Wonder Spotlight series and a whole bunch of other things, but just because my work schedule has changed now, I think I want to get back into the Let's Plays, and we're going to go ahead and do that because the June patch just recently came out, and I've got some ideas for some cool things to do. So what we're going to be playing for this Let's Play is Saladin, because we're going for... So one of the things that got changed, work ethic is now insanely strong because it gives you production that is equal to the adjacency of your holy sites, so that's really good for pretty much anything that you would want to go for production with, such as a science victory, and Saladin already works well with religion and science. But the other thing that was changed was some of the other religious beliefs that will give science based on the number of followers or culture or things like that. So with that combined with the Last Prophet, which is going to give me one science for each foreign city following Arabia's religion, I think that we can get some seriously insane science output with Saladin. So we're going to give it a try here and see how it goes. I don't know, maybe it'll be overpowered, maybe not. One of the people that are really insane right now is Peter of Russia. So Peter's Lavra combined with the Pantheon that gives you extra adjacency in Tundra is just absolutely insane. I played him on stream yesterday. I believe Potato McWhiskey is playing him on stream right now as well, but that's absolutely insane. But since that's being covered a lot, I figured I'd try something a little different and go for some science victory. Saladin going religion and science as a nice wombo combo. As far as our game settings here, we're going to go with things pretty much as the standard. I am going to put, I'm going to increase the number of city-states by a little bit as I usually do. We are playing Apocalypse mode, and aside from that, I think I'll just leave everything as is. We have our spawn here, pretty decent looking spawn. We've got a nice bit of some floodplains over here. Looks like we have some mountains down here, which mountains are important because we're going to want them for our adjacency bonus for our theater squares and holy sites, so that's always a good thing. We do have a volcano as well, which is kind of helpful for the Apocalypse mode in case we have to sacrifice any units there. We're going to go with just straight up astrology as we start here because I do want to get the religion first, or my religion first, that way I have first choice over the beliefs. And as far as our opening build order is concerned, I think I'm going to go with scouts. I generally do like scouts first just because it allows you to get a lot more information, and information's always an important thing. We have some desert down here, which is okay. Saladin, he's weird because I'm pretty sure he has a desert spawn bias, but he doesn't actually get any bonuses from desert, so it's kind of a mixed bag when you get desert because you can see that the yields here are really terrible. And obviously you want to have high yields, you don't want to have really crap ones. We could perhaps put a Petra City down there, but I'll have to think about that one a little bit. Let's send this scout to explore north, and let's also make sure that we're working a better tile. I want to be working this 2 food tile right now, because I want my city to grow faster. That I probably should have been set to be working from the start, but oh well. And for our second build here, I think we're just going to go for a slinger, just in case we run into any AI early on. I don't want to get killed early because sometimes that just happens, and you know, it's obviously not a very good thing. We also just got the first meet on Babylon, which is really good, so whenever you get first meet on city-states, you get 1 free envoy, so that's going to give us 2 extra science, which is actually really impactful right now because we're trying to get to astrology fairly fast, so getting that extra envoy is really, really nice because it'll mean that it'll speed this up by, yeah, that sped us up by almost, you know, 7 turns or so, so that's really, really good. We found another goody hut over here, and also a geothermal fissure. Let's pick up these 2 goody huts and see what we get from them. My unit has earned experience. That's probably the worst one. I really do not like that bonus from the goody huts. Also, free builder, though. That's a really good one. Let's also change our tiles over here. So now that we have... we already are size 2, so I guess it doesn't really matter, but this tile is obviously better to work than this one because it also has some gold on it. We'll give this guy his promotion right now, I think. And I'm actually going to be a little bit dumb and use my builder to explore right now because I don't really have much else that I can do with them. And for right now, I'm just going to get a settler out. I'd like to get a settler out fairly fast. It looks like we have somebody up here as well, so I got to be a little bit careful. I don't want to, you know, get attacked early on. Luckily, we have our slinger already, though, so we have at least some bit of defensive capability in case somebody tries to be mean. Who is this? Scythia? Pachacuti. Uh-oh. Okay, well, Pachacuti's a little bit scary sometimes because he is a pretty strong civ, so we just got to make sure that we don't end up getting killed by him. catastrophic eruption down here at our volcano, which is going to fertilize some of those tiles. And we did just finish astrology as well, which is pretty good. We have another Mega Colossal Eruption here. Well, I guess that's what we get for playing on Apocalypse mode, and it is actually making some of those tiles pretty nice. So I've just been exploring in the past few turns, haven't really found that much of interest. It's just kind of been, maybe this is a decent Petra City over here, just because it's got some nice desert hills, but it's not really all that insane, so I'm not too particularly keen on it. We've had some barb camps spawn as well, so let's try to deal with those a little bit. I'll use my slinger over here to try to deal with this guy, just because if I can kill a barbarian with my slinger, then I'll get the Eureka for archery, which is pretty helpful. So let's go for, what do I want to go for very early on here? Masonry actually wouldn't be bad, because then I could get the pyramids. I think, like, yeah, let's go for mining right now. I'm not feeling particularly threatened by Pachacuti just yet, so I don't feel the need to like immediately rush for archers or anything, but we'll see what happens here. We are about to finish our settler as well, and can we, yep, we can just very easily clear that barb encampment. And I'm going to move my slinger here, so for those of you who aren't aware, the reason I move my slinger here is because now he's on a hill. So if you've seen my combat, or I don't even remember what the name of the video is, I'm pretty sure it's the combat in-depth episode. Whenever you're defending on a hill, you get some extra combat strength, so that's just going to make our slinger a little bit stronger than if he was defending on this tile, because he's probably going to get attacked by the spearmen here. I have nothing to do with my my builder here, just because he can't improve any of these tiles because I don't have mining or anything yet, nor do I have animal husbandry, so he's kind of just chilling right now. I kind of just have him in like a little bit of like a, I guess you could say like a holding pattern, where he's just kind of walking around, just chilling there. Let's plan out some cities as well, so if I get one, what the heck was that? But anyways, if I get one here, I can go 1, 2, 3, 4. I could get one up here. This one's a little bit risky just because it's right next to Pachacuti, but I think it'll be fine. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Plop another one down over here. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Get one on the coast over here. And that's a pretty good. That's actually like a very nicely gridded city layout there. Where do I want to settle first, though? I think I'm going to settle this one first, because it's the most out of the way of Pachacuti. We also don't have a tile in which we are able to put down our holy site, which is a little bit of a pain. What we can do, let's buy over here, and we'll put it right there, which is a +3. I'm debating taking the Pantheon that gives me production from desert tiles, as long as it's not been taken by someone else. So this guy is a little bit hurt. I think that he'll be fine to just swing at this guy. It's going to be a little bit risky. I don't think that the spearman will have enough combat strength to be able to kill him now, because the spearman's, total combat strength is lowered because he's injured. But then again, so is my slingers. Yep, and he died. Well, sometimes you make bets and sometimes you lose on them, and that's one of those instances where I lost on that bet. One other thing that I did do is I met Geneva, which is a really strong city-state as well. Also, Babylon is getting, I think they're just getting flooded. I think that's their issue. And this guy is burning, so rip in the chat for that guy. But, settle our city up here. Boosted our knowledge of sailing, which is like, I don't know, it's fine, I guess. I want to put the holy site there, but I can't, obviously. So, for now, let's just build a second slinger. And let's definitely research animal husbandry. That way we can actually improve some of our tiles. I guess we can improve this one right now. Put a quarry there. Oh my god, this guy, he's almost dead. Okay, he's safe now, though, because that tile obviously can't burn. So, for those of you who aren't aware, forest fires will give extra yields on the tiles once they go out, so it's actually kind of a good thing that we're getting them. They will sometimes kill population, which isn't the best, but as long as we're able to eventually get some extra yields out of it, then, I have no problem with it burning all those tiles. Let's send our scout to come explore this desert, see how much of a desert there actually is. I am fond of pigs. Another thing I should do is switch off of craftsmanship, that way, because I'll be able to get the Eureka for that in just a few seconds here, whenever I'm able to do things with my builder. So we can switch off of that, and then we'll finish it just whenever we build a few more improvements. And I think I want to get masonry right now. I would kind of like to try to build the pyramids, because pyramids are a really strong wonder, so if we can get them, all the better for us. How are we doing? I mean, obviously we don't have any great people points yet, but 3 people have religious points, or great prophet points, I mean. It's not too bad. It's not great, not terrible. Those of you who have watched Chernobyl will get that one. I actually haven't even watched Chernobyl, so I really can't talk that much, but what can I say? Alright, we're about to get our holy site down, which is good. I wonder how much... okay, I thought that we were getting a crash. So, I'm sure some of you probably saw the stream on Saturday, which I was playing Russia, and man, I crashed, I think. How many times did I crash? 3 or 4 times on stream in the short 2 hours that I was playing. This patch has had a lot of crashes, and I don't really know what its deal is, but something about it is not working out well. So, do I want to go for the shrine, or do I go holy site prayers? So holy site prayers are really important if you want to get your religion fast, but I think since we're playing Arabia, I don't think it matters too much, just because we're going to get a great profit anyways. We know that for a fact, so I think let's just build the shrine instead. And let's send our warrior over here and get rid of that barb encampment, because I kind of don't want it to be there. I think this guy's probably dead. Oh, never mind. Hello, Dido. How are you doing? So Dido's pretty far out of the way, so... Oh, we have a meteor shower. We should definitely try to pick that up. Let's go ahead. I think we'll be able to. Yeah, I don't think anybody else is going to get that before we do, so that's good. For those of you who don't know, the meteor showers are something that was added with the Apocalypse. I believe they're only in Apocalypse mode. I could be wrong. They were added with the Frontier Pass, and when you pick them up, you get a free heavy cavalry unit. So it just goes by whichever the strongest heavy cavalry unit that you can build is. That's what it drops. So there we go. We got craftsmanship because we built our 3rd tile improvement. Do I want to change my policies at all? I might actually go for urban planning. So I'm gonna get a Pantheon next turn, and I don't really need that much extra faith right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and go for that. And what else do I want to go for? So is there anything in particular that I want really fast here? I don't believe there is. We're going to want to get to apprenticeship moderately fast, but it's not super crucial. I think let's just go for archery right now. And we can just keep exploring with this guy. So next turn we should be able to get our Pantheon. And I'm definitely going to take Desert Folklore if it's available, and yes, it is indeed. So cool. We got that. Let's also see what's been taken as far as religions. Oh, there actually are no religions founded yet. I guess, yeah, people are still a good ways away. What's happening to Babylon? I think Babylon just keeps getting flooded. It's making me nervous that someone's trying to take it, though, because I don't want anybody to take it. Alright, and just like we've done before, we can switch off of archery and go for something else right now, because we have a slinger here, so we'll be able to kill this guy and get the Eureka for it just on our own. I think let's get a monument over here. Keep our culture up just a little bit. I want to send this guy a little bit more north. There might be some good land up here, but I kind of have to take a look at it first. We'll leave our heavy cavalry unit there just to kind of puppy guard that camp right now. And yeah, there is indeed some decent land down here. We got 20 Diplo favor from that goody hut, which means we can probably sell that to somebody for quite a bit of money. Hello, sir. Would you like 20 Diplo favor? What would you give me? 7 gold per turn. Deal. In general, I do find myself selling my Diplo favor more than I do keeping it, just because I feel more often than not like the things that I'm able to do in the World Congress are not as good as just what I would get from selling it and using the gold for other things. I'm going for early Empire here because I want to get the settler card, so that way I can push out these settlers a little bit faster. I think for right now we are going to go for holy site prayers though, because I want to make sure that I get my religion at least moderately fast. Hopefully if somebody takes work ethic, that would be really, really bad, so hopefully they won't do that. 1,000 year flood. That's no good. Wow, Pachacuti is really expanding up there. He's having a whale of a time. Oh man, we met another scientific city-state. So we have 3 scientific city-states this game. That's so insanely good. So what's going to happen here is since we have 3 scientific city-states, we can put 3 envoys in each, and we're going to get 6 extra science on all of our libraries, which obviously that's just ridiculous. Also, let's finish this guy. Boost archery. Finish the camp with this guy. Bada bang, bada boom. We actually didn't finish archery, but that's fine. We can put in the 1 extra turn now.
I'm also interested.
Bronze working done. Let's finish archery. I'll just have that guy kind of chill and heal right now. Interestingly enough, it looks like there's some other little spots over there that we can maybe take a look at.
I shot an arrow in.
All right, how are we doing now? These people are going to get a religion before us if we don't run Holy Site Prayers. So I say let's run Holy Site Prayers. And this is what? This is a +5 or is it 6? It is +5. Let's get... What do I want to get? I don't even know that much. Let's get construction, I think. Kind of go along the bottom part of the tech tree. That's generally kind of a good thing when you're going for science victory, because some of those are some better techs. Because you get lumber mills, which are really good for production. I mean, I guess education is up here, but we actually don't even need education. We need theology, because we need the madrasa, because we're playing Saladin. And I'll just have this guy rest up. I always get the question of why do I click things instead of using keyboard shortcuts, and I really don't have a good answer to that. It's just kind of what I do. In a game like Civ, as I always say, like, you don't have to have super split-second decision-making or things like that where you have to, like, you know, snap and click. So I kind of never bothered to, like, get into the habit of just using hotkeys, and I kind of just click everything instead. Which I know, I'm sure a lot of people probably don't like that. But, you know, do what you gotta. Maybe someday I'll eventually get to the point where I'll use hotkeys. Today is not that day. Do we think that we could beat up Pachacuti at all? That's the real question. He's not going for a religion, is he? He is, but he's not going to get one, I don't think. Because there's 1, 2, 3, 4... Oh, he might get one, I guess. I feel like we'll be able to just push out more faith per turn than he will. So I don't think it'll really be a problem. Alright, a bunch of things have been founded. Nobody's taken work ethic yet, so that's really good. What have people taken? Somebody took Watts. That's actually... I kind of wanted the Watts, but that's fine. Meeting houses. I kind of also wanted the meeting houses, but once again, that's fine. Synagogues. I kind of wanted the synagogues too, but okay. I guess we're gonna get the bottom of the barrel religious building pick, and it's kind of a bummer because the religious building is kind of important when you're playing Saladin because you can get them really cheaply. But next turn, we will get our profit, which is really good. And we can get work ethic, and we'll start to see just how ridiculous work ethic actually is. Actually, okay, we have to wait a few turns until we can found our religion, just because we gotta move that guy over there. We also did just meet in Gazragamu up there. Pretty decent city-state. There was a bunch of dogs that just barked or something, and it sounded like a scout getting schwacked. Let's go for political philosophy pretty fast because it's pretty good to get that early on, get that government. So one thing I'm going to do, I'm going to get the promotion on Pingala. So for those of you who don't know, Pingala is a really good first governor just because these two promotions on him are really, really strong. Researcher giving you 1 science per pop and connoisseur giving you 1 culture per pop. Those are both really strong. And as you see, we have a size 5 capital right now. So if we take researcher, it's going to give us 5 extra science. We'll be up to 19. So we're keeping up with these 2 deity AI, and we haven't even built a single campus yet. So that's that's kind of why Pingala is so good early on in the game.
No hour of life.
All right, here we go. Confucius will found our religion, and as per tradition, we have to name it Snippy Snippy. The strange thing is, I was thinking about this today. I actually have no idea where that name even came from. Alright, we're taking work ethic though. But Snippy Snippy was like a joke from, I think it's whenever I used to play like Civ 5 with my friends or something, but it just kind of stuck with me after that. I honestly have no idea what the origin of that is, but now literally every single time I play Civ and I get a religion, it's always Snippy Snippy. It can't change. I'm too far in at this point, so, you know, might as well just keep it. Alright, so here's the religious belief. So work ethic, as I mentioned, this got changed to make it so that your holy site's faith adjacency provides production. Really, really good. And we're going to take cross-cultural dialogue as well, which will give us 1 science for every 4 followers of this religion. So this was changed. This used to be in other civilizations, but now it's just in general. So your civs count for it as well. So combine that with the fact that every city in another civ that's following our religion gives us 1 science, and you can see that this will stack up pretty nicely. We'll probably get at least 2 or 3 science from every city that's following our religion. And Snippy Snippy is the true path of salvation. That it is indeed. And we have this scout over here that's intimidating these barbarians. So, what do we want to do? We got to get these settlers out a little bit more. I don't believe, yeah, the Inca aren't going to be able to found a religion that fast. They are, of course, building Machu Picchu already in intrusive fashion. The AI really love Machu Picchu. Like, really love Machu Picchu. We can get a +3 campus. Not bad. I think we'll go for that. Should I build Temple of Artemis, though? Is it a good Temple of Artemis? We could get, so if we put it here, we get obviously the 1 and 1, 2, 3, 4. Not really much. 1, 2, 3, wow. 1, 2, 3, 4. Man, this is a really crappy Temple of Artemis. So Temple of Artemis gives you things for every pasture and plantation and camp within 4 tiles, but we have virtually none. We only have the truffles, and then these are more than 4 tiles. If we could get one like over here, this would be really strong. Yeah, if we could build it right here, because then we'd get these cattle, bananas, deer, truffles, and 2 more horses. So yeah, let's not build it in our capital. It's not even worth it. I mean, maybe it is, but it's not worth it that much, so I'm just going to ignore it for now. And let's just keep building settlers. 5 turns for settlers, really good. So look at this. We already have 18 production. This is giving us 5 production. So, pretty ridiculous. And of course, the train doesn't stop here. We have to keep building holy sites now. So now hopefully you can see why we took desert folklore, because every holy site that we put down over here will probably be a +6 because it's in the desert, and that'll give us 6 production as well. So even though those will be desert cities, they really won't be that crappy. We'll probably put our Petra city right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, we'll definitely put our Petra city right here. And we should settle that actually fairly fast. Maybe we'll settle that as the next one. Let's try to, I want to try to get a holy site up here. I don't know where though. 1, 2, 3. We unfortunately can't reach that tile, so that doesn't do us much good. I'll actually maybe hold off on the holy site up there for now. And I'm just going to build an archer. I want to just kind of keep my military up. Sometimes Pachacuti can be a real jerk. So just in case he's planning on being a jerk today, I want to make sure that I have somewhat of a standing military. Another 1,000-year flood. Man, Babylon continually has been getting hit by floods this entire game.
The sea seemed to roll
Mount
back.
Vesuvius. Okay, if we can settle Mount Vesuvius, that would be pretty insane. So let me preliminarily put down another pin right there. That's actually not that great of a Mount Vesuvius, just because it doesn't have a lot of tiles to affect. So maybe it's not that important that we settle that, but it still is at least okay. Inca is mad now because they think that I'm forward settling them. Well, they can get over it. So ideally we want to put this... Wait, so let's think here. So if I settle this city here, I could maybe go like commercial hub... 1, 2, 3. Oh, I can't actually use that tile though. I could put a commercial hub there and then maybe just 2 holy sites here. Is this a desert tile? I believe that is. Hello? Tooltip? Thank you. Desert. That is desert. So it would be beneficial if I could do maybe this instead. That way this will be +6, 7. This will be a +7 as well. Yep, let's go for that. We're going to have to buy our way over here. But that's fine. Oh, wait, that's actually not a desert tile. So this one will only be a +... It'll only be a +6, but that's still fine. Yep. Put that guy down there. It's going to take 36 turns to build, which obviously is pretty bad, but that's okay. And yeah, I'll be elsewhere in the future, sure. I'll say I will. Will I actually? Probably not. So since I want to build Petra, let's get to the tech for Petra fairly fast. We need to make a trade route. Let's just buy a trader over here. I am very guilty of a lot of the time not using my gold, so I'm going to make sure that this time I actually use my gold. Also, the Inca have about, like, what is that, 4 times our military strength? Even more than that, actually. We're going to take Classical Republic also. So, Autocracy, I think, is kind of always terrible unless you're playing China. Oligarchy's good if you want to go early aggression. Classical Republic, I think, is good for pretty much everything else. So, since we're in the pretty much everything else phase, we're going to go for that. I'll go for urban planning again, just to kind of help these cities get on their feet a little bit. I'll go for a Gauge and charismatic leader. So a Gauge, since I want to build some archers here, I'll go for that. What do I want to go for as far as these are concerned? So I want to get the theology. So I think I'll just kind of start to beeline that a little bit. And we'll send this trade routes. Yeah, we'll send this trade route over to Geneva. Get a little bit of gold, a little bit extra science. It looks like Inca's science is starting to get up there a little bit. They're already at 42. But keep in mind, like, we're keeping up fairly decently, and we haven't put down a single campus yet. Nor have we even really spread our religion at all. So, also, speaking of that, let's spread our religion at least a little bit. That way our religion is dominant in more than just our capital, which makes me a little bit nervous. Alright, let's convert Geneva first, actually. Because Geneva technically counts as another civilization, so they should give us 1 extra science by having them converted.
Wealth consists.
We finished currency. And we're going to go for... We actually can't get mathematics yet. What are we missing? Oh, yes we can. It's just not showing up yet. That's fine. Kill that barbarian just because he's... I don't know. Just because he's appearing barbarous. Alright, and we have our first Appease the Gods competition. So for those of you who haven't played Apocalypse Mode, all we have to do is sacrifice units to a volcano. And if we win, we get a free Soothsayer. And we can also get some faith per turn. So I think we are going to participate in this, in the hopes that we will get some faith per turn that we can then use to kind of, you know, keep making things go good. So putting down that other holy site. Convert Geneva. I believe that Geneva, yeah. So we're getting 1 point. How are we getting 1 point? Okay. Let's see, does it update? We're getting 2.5 from our beliefs. I believe that means that they're being counted. I never remember how this works. For each foreign city, I'm pretty sure that Geneva counts as a foreign city. Even though they're not like a player owned, I'm pretty sure that they still count. Oh, also look, that's rude. They stole my spot. That's okay though. Alright, let's just build some warriors to sacrifice. Warriors are cheap. We can do them in 2 turns.
Yabu.
Yabu. And there's an archer. Let's get another archer up here. For safety's sake. And let's also purchase the Soothsayer. So Soothsayers, the first one will cost 100 faith, which is kind of expensive, but it's not too bad, I guess. Okay, so all the religions have been founded. Who founded what? So, me? Oh wait, does nobody else on my continent have a religion? Oh, that would be amazing, but I'm pretty sure somebody probably has a prophet. Oh, we found Lysafjord. Lysafjord's okay. That's the one, yeah. Lysafjord gives you an extra a free promotion when you walk by it, but that's okay. I mean, we're not really going to have a navy, so it doesn't really do that much for us. Let's start moving these guys over. I can probably sacrifice maybe 3 warriors. That'll probably be like a nice amount. Has anyone founded their religion yet? Nope, they still haven't. I wonder who has one. Let's just go and convert the Inca right now, I think. I feel like that's the play. Alright, Mecca has been founded. And we can get a +3 campus here. So I am going to start putting down some campuses. And that guy's now very mad because I did just... I promised him that I wouldn't settle near him, and then I settled near him, so... Oops! Did I do that? Alright, we'll go ahead and build 1 more warrior here. So we still do need quite a few more settlers. This guy's obviously not happy now. I mean, I guess if we were smart, we should probably build walls over here. Which I guess I'll err on the side of caution and build walls. Oh, also rip Babylon. That's unfortunate. We'll put our envoys in Geneva instead, though. That way we can still become their suzerain. I'm going to bring my heavy chariot back. Did I send you a delegation? Will you want to be my friend? Yes. Okay, we have a friend now. That makes me feel slightly better. My delegation is most welcome. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Let's check the religions. Still, there's only 4 out of 5. I don't know who. Somebody is just carrying around a prophet. but they're not actually using it to do anything. Alright, so here's how you sacrifice things to the volcano. You just take this guy here, and you click Sacrifice Adjacent Unit, and you throw them on in. So you see, we get points based on the combat strength of the units that we sacrifice. And let's get another settler here. We're already getting 4 science from our beliefs, so that's okay. It's not insane just yet, but hopefully in due time it will become much, much better. And do we even want to sacrifice this guy yet? Yeah, I'll sacrifice 2. I won't sacrifice the 3rd one yet, just because if we don't have to, there's no reason to do it, obviously. We're getting close to finishing our holy site over here. And we did just finish those 2 techs. Okay. Weren't able to quite convert his capital just yet. I keep checking this because I'm wondering whenever someone's going to found a religion. It has to be either one of these 2, right? I feel like it does, but I could be totally wrong. Let's get irrigation. That way we can improve some of our luxuries that we have. And as I mentioned, I'm not going to sacrifice that guy just yet. He's just going to chill for now. Another 1,000-year flood. That's okay, though. I'm fine with the floods right now because they're not really taking away much from us, and they're just kind of fertilizing our tiles. So, you know what? That sounds like a pretty sweet deal to me. Over here, let's maybe start pushing out some builders. That way I can improve some of my tiles around my empire. And let's go for apprenticeship. As I mentioned, that guy can just chill for now. Nobody has sacrificed anything yet. We got a gradient dust storm. That's okay. Maybe that'll fertilize some of my tiles. And we're no longer the suzerain of Geneva, which is kind of rude, but we'll put one more envoy in. It's probably pretty worthwhile to become their suzerain because they give us... So Geneva gives you bonus science whenever you're not at war. So we get 15% extra science when we're not at war, which is pretty strong, like, overall.